All right, good morning. Day 2 of Good Day tournament hosted by Terminus Roller Derby. We should be starting in a couple of moments, but we're going to go ahead and read off the rosters. All right, Tampa Roller Derby, who is in black. We have 07, oh my gosh. H. Bruskini. Sorry. Number 114, Alpha Phoenix. Number 120, Evil Apple. Number 1676, Eliminate. Number 19, Mini Thor. Number 219, MJ Drop. Number 32, Frisky Whiskers. Number 401, Inducing Pain. Number 411, Araconda. Number 446. I'll finish this up in 1 moment. Tampa has gotten lead, number 777. I think that is Callie. Boulder is out of the pack as well, but Callie is lead, so Callie is getting their points and calling it off. Looking like Tampa has 3 points, Terminus 0. Continuing, Tampa's 446, Red Stilettos. Number 5, Chuck Taylor. Number 50, Rojo Grande. Number 777, Kelly. Number 83, Break Some Bones. Number 999, Honey Badger. All right, at the moment, we have with Tampa, Alpha Vixen, Terminus, we have Trick Daddy. Both packs actively walking, but Alpha is the one who gets lead at the moment. Trick is still pushing through and finally gets out, but Alpha is now in engagement to get some points. Alpha Vixen calls it. Looks like all 4 for Alpha Vixen, none for Terminus. So Tampa is leading points and leading the scoreboard and leading jam.
For Terminus, we have 107 Blitz, 123 Pixie Stick, 1252 Fancy Pants Von Glitter Tush, 133 Doctor Who's Your Mama, 137 Foxy, 128.
All right, looks like Tampa has 411 as their jammer. Well, also Jock, and it looks like Jock has gotten lead. First time at the beginning of this game for Terminus.
It also looks like Tampa only has 2 blockers with 2 in the box, making it a little bit easier for Jock, and Jock's out with their 4 points. Black Jammer is still trying to get their initial pass. Oh, Jock's almost out on the inside, but gets knocked down and taken all the way back.
But Tampa's blocker, 50, pulled Jock up, but Jock is trying to get through again, but it seems like right now, Honey Badger has them in a trap.
And Tampa has just had a star pass, so now they're out on their scoring pass.
No worries. What volunteer job are you doing, you know? I would have no idea.
Jock got all their 4 points just before their pivot came in to score some points.
Cool.
And at the moment, lead change with Terminus at 8, Tampa at 7. Jammer for Terminus is Boulder. And number 32 for Tampa, Frisky. Frisky's getting on toe stop, doing some work, trying to find where they can get through this pack right at the moment. Terminus is holding Frisky, which gives Boulder a chance to get lead jammer at the moment.
And with an apex jump. We'll see what he does this time. Oh, it looks like Tampa's out on their initial.
Boulder is rushing just to get through. Boulder calls it at the strategic time, which gives them all 4 points. Terminus 12, Tampa 7. I love this this lineup. Trick Daddy versus MJ Drop, and of course with a little bit of toe stop work, MJ is already out. But well, Trick's got to get some tricks done to get himself through.
And MJ already got through on their initial, and just finished their first scoring pass with 4 points. Trick Daddy still on their initial, trying to get out. Getting stuck on the top. And stuck behind one blocker, 999 Honey Badger.
And
pushing them out of play.
Trick is finally out, which means both jammers are out, which means the pack is probably going to get a little faster at the moment.
We're going to get a quick pack because it looks like they're trying to get out their blockers in the box. And MJ just got out on their initial. Trick Daddy staying in on that edge work. Beautiful toe stops. It looks like we're going to be running out this jam for a little while.
MJ calls it. Getting all 4 points, so 16 points added to Tampa's and 4 to Terminus's.
I think that's our highest point scoring jam so
and
far.
Another lead change, so 23 Tampa, Terminus 16. Up on the line, Jock and Callie for Tampa. Both jammers put in some work, but so are the blocking.
Swing with that take run back of the Tampa jammer. And Blitz trying to do some O to get Jock out of the box.
And Jock gets lead. At the moment that whistle was blown, jammer took off their star, which gave them helmet cover pass, which was a smart move, but Jock calls it off. So 4 points added to Terminus. I'm loving how close this game is. It reminds me of yesterday's games. Both of those games were really close. It felt like if you weren't watching the whole time, anything could happen. Anyone could win.
Especially last game. The first game had an overtime, which was the first I've ever seen.
Alpha putting a little pressure on Terminus's blockers.
Alpha knocking all of them over.
Using their own blocker to make a little bit of offense to get them space, to get them lead. Boulder's just having a little bit of difficulties, probably because Chuck Taylor's not letting them through.
And it looks like
Alpha's.
Oh, Cadman with that last minute hit. Sadly going to the box for the out of play hit though. And Alpha's along for their another scoring pass.
Boulder is still having some difficulties with it, but as I just said that, he gets through. Alpha looks at their coach and calls it off.
Looks like both packs are starting down with one blocker in the box, but they at least have both pivots on the track.
Trick Daddy is jammer for Terminus. Eric Honda for Tampa right now. Trick is using this opportunity as one blocker for Tampa goes through, but even though there's only two, they are handling business, which gets Eric Honda. Oh, but
jammer in the box.
Unfortunately.
Let's see what Terminus does with this.
So, not sure yet, even though Eric Honda was somewhat called lead, but because she got that penalty.
Trick Daddy is now lead of the jam.
Yeah.
It looks like Apple's holding Trick Daddy in the back with that good catch.
Trick is trying to use this opportunity to figure out where he go. But just as soon as that penalty was given to Eric Honda, she's back in.
With a powerful hit, taking out the middle.
Trick uses that time to call it off.
Gaining 3 points for their team.
Fortunately, still gets 3 points for Terminus, 0 points for Tampa. Score is 31-23, Tampa. Timeout was called for Team Tampa.
Do you have any idea what this official review is about? While we have a official review, let's go ahead and introduce our officials. Mausoleum. No Pack Shirker. That's a blue Refin. Roll the dice.
PBR, I like that.
Sinoman, Mischief Manager, Mickey Malice, David Lee Rath, Six of Brawn, Psych Lock, Lemon Zinger, Darth Mailer, Blocker Mage, Evie Does Nuts, Butthurt Popcorn, Anish, and Thrash Panda.
Of course, giving out always a shout out to all of our volunteers, all of our officials. They're the backbone for games. We cannot do it without them. Hold on. Is, here. Wrecking balls and the wrecking balls B team and the B team. So while we're waiting, we do have like a long line of games today. Yesterday we only had 2. Today we have 4. This one right now is Tampa versus Terminus. At noon we have the Wrecking Balls B team versus Beekeepers. Then at 2:30, Tampa again comes on the track versus Beekeepers, and then the finale is Terminus versus Wrecking Balls B team at 4:30.
Oh, power jam. Jock went to the box for a cut.
And Twink is right behind them.
Oh, and falling into the wall, heading to the box. It's okay though, no box.
Let me tell you, I don't know why, but with the 35 degrees in here, I feel like the coldness brings a little bit more slickness to this track.
I know skating on it here for practice, I feel like every time I come in, I'm skating on a new track just because of the weather out there.
Right.
Luckily, Twink didn't hit any chairs or they could have been expelled for that move.
Yeah.
Jock is back out and the power jam is over.
Frisky is lead, so right now they're getting up some points. Jock is still working on their initials, so I think Tampa's going to work hard in defending and keeping him right where they want him.
And a clean star pass, leaving our pivot to be our new jammer, Fancy Pants. We'll see if they're able to score any points. And nope, Tampa called it off, not wanting to risk any of their points. Smart play. Not before Tampa got 10 points for that jam, giving the score to 41-23 Tampa. Looks like Terminus is going to be starting down with one blocker in the box, and Tampa fully strong.
Jammers, we got Boulder for Terminus, MJ for Tampa.
MJ with those beautiful spins everywhere. Oh, beautiful offense by 401 on Tampa.
Boulder's gotten through, but MJ is not that far behind them.
Ooh. Let's see how many points Tampa got.
I don't know who that was, Tampa, but they were like, no, Boulder, I need you to call it, which he did.
Sadly, getting no points to Tampa's 4.
Looks like our jammers at the moment, it's Terminus Trick Daddy, number 777 for Tampa, Cali.
Looks like there was a delayed call on one of Tampa's blockers, leaving them 2 down, and Terminus at 3 blockers out. Got it.
Both jammers giving a lot of, but unfortunately, because Trick, I guess, made a little bit contact with down skater, it's gotten a penalty. So 777 for Tampa is lead.
Terminus, though, not giving away those points easily, fighting through those blockers. But it looks like they're out again for 4 points.
Cali has gotten through. But just as Cali is hitting the pack, so is Trick. Trick is using all his strength, trying to drive through, which he does, and now can make some points happen. Tampa's coach said, call it. Cali said, yes, I will, which leaves Terminus with 0 points, but Tampa has gotten 7 added to their score. Their score now, Tampa 52, Terminus 23. Jammer lineup, Jock for Terminus, Alpha Vixen for Tampa.
Lemonade giving out some O on the inside line, leading Vixen to get lead, but Jock is out on their initial.
Let me tell you, Sneaky offense or sneaky hole giving for your jammer is the best thing. Nobody sees it.
Mm-hmm. In that jam, there's two great moves that got their jammers out with little to no hits. Next up, we got Boulder and Araconda for jammers. Boulder and Araconda.
Nobody in the penalty tax, so 5 on 5. Boulder using a little bit of his toe work, trying to figure out Tampa, which gets him through on the outside, and now Boulder is lead.
Boulder trying to get out on that outside line, but hit out by Honey Badger.
But Araconda,
calling it off before Tampa can get any points, giving Boulder 3.
but at the end of that, Chuck Taylor did get a penalty, so now, Chuck is added in with Gizmo in the penalty box, so it's going to be 4 on 4 now. Frisky for Tampa. Trick Daddy for Terminus. No pack was called.
Frisky trying to get out on the inside line.
And Foxy is pulling Frisky back.
Looks like Trick Daddy just got their initial, but right behind is Frisky.
A little tumble was given over there. Trick is out, but Frisky is not that far on.
Trick Daddy calling it off, so Whiskey can get no points. Tampa still has one in the box, but Terminus is fully strong.
I just realized I didn't take my Adderall yet. No wonder I'm...
Is that either helping or hurting for announcing? It can really go either way.
It can go whichever. We'll see. MJ's having a little bit difficulties in the back. Jock is still having some difficulties with Tampa.
Lynch with that last minute hit out. Recycling MJ all the way back. We're still fighting for the initial pass. Jock at the top of 2, MJ in the back. And MJ is out with lead.
Almost 50 seconds it took to get a lead.
MJ with that beautiful dips and quick movements. Out with 4 penalties. Out with 4 points.
With helmet cover pass was successfully made, so Tush is now our jammer for Terminus. And
Tampa got 4 points on that last one, giving the score to 60-26 Tampa.
timeout was called by Tampa. A little break. Score right now is 60. Terminus 26.
Tampa's going to be starting down the next jam with 2 blockers in the box.
As we're going jam to jam, the gaps isn't big. I think the points are just like 4, 8. So it's like gradually getting there. It's all about each jam is a different jam. So with those jams, it has to be strategically done each and every time. Otherwise, all of a sudden 10 points difference becomes 60 points difference.
Especially with these penalties, because it looks like both teams are getting a good amount of penalties, especially from blockers and jammers. So we'll see how much that can completely change the game. I know I've had games where if we would have had less penalties, we could have won.
What I love about Tampa, though, is that even though they have two people in the box, they have a really good expertise on working on a two-person blocking style or three-person blocking style, making it known that they don't need that extra one if they have to for a moment.
Even right now with Boulder, they were holding on and enough to get. Oh, but it looks like their jammer is going to a box on
So
a cut.
now it is a power jam for Terminus. Yeah.
But it looks like one of Tampa's blockers are back out. So now it's going to be a 3-wall. With one of Terminus blockers going to the box. So 3 and 3. Number 7 on Tampa with a big hit against Boulder, holding on to the last law of defense.
Boulder looks at their corner, seeing if they should keep going, says, yes, please do. Don't.
Tampa jammer with a star pass to the pivot. Calling it off right before our new jammer can get to the axe. Terminus was able to get 8 points on that last jam, bringing the score to 60 to 38 Tampa. 36.
Oh, 2 more points added. All right, Tall Jammers alert. Alpha Vixen versus Trick Daddy. Alpha's already up in the front of the pack, but has to be pulled back. And fortunately gets lead. Not unfortunately, I actually love Alpha Vixen. I remember blocking her once, and she was giving me some support because I was freaking out.
Watching her yesterday was amazing. She's a great jammer. Oh, it looks like they got a fast pass.
Well, Trick is out. Both jammers are out. Tampa's like, let's make it fast because we don't want to give Terminus any points, and they're just going fast too.
I love a good fast pack.
I don't.
Always my favorite.
I do not. I do not like it fast. I'm like, oh no, triggered. 27.5. Stop, please.
Luckily, I never had to do any of those.
You are lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I lucked out.
It would always be my last school that I couldn't do. I'm like, I gotta build my endurance. All right, Jock is up for Terminus. Ericonda for Tampa. I love how Jock is swiveling up, trying to get through. There's some little offense by Blitz. But Tampa is not giving.
Jock up front against a power soul 3-wall Tampa with Blitz trying to get some offense. Point going to the box for Terminus. And Jock is lead. Beautiful star pass from Tampa, leaving number 7 as our jammer.
Jock trying a little bit so he can get some points, but knows he's got to call it. Which Jock does get 1 point and stop Tampa from getting any, so it's a win-win right there.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we got Frisky and Boulder as our jammers. Oh, out on the inside line.
Let me tell you, that inside line is a hot line for jammers.
Mm-hmm.
Only because it's like less work of field covering.
Boulder. I think they're signaling for Boulder to got a penalty for a cut.
If Boulder does not continue,
So Frisky's on a power jam with one to push up, Nomad.
and unfortunately, because Boulder did not hear him getting called for a penalty, I really assume he's going to be there for a minute now instead of just 30 seconds.
I would assume so, but it looks like Tampa might challenge it, if not.
Or I could be wrong, because he's standing.
Frisky with a hard fought against Nomad for that final blocker. And now going up for their next pass. With some O from Chuck Taylor.
Boulder's trying to ram through like a boulder. But Frisky calls it off, so
Getting 1 point.
I got my points. I'm good.
9 points for that jam from Frisky.
We still got like a whole nother second half, so.
Mm-hmm.
Score is 73 Tampa, Terminus 37. It's like a mirror. Look at it.
Yeah. Next up, we got Trick Daddy versus MJ.
MJ in front of that pack, uses a little bit of gap just to get through, gets lead.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful apex right there.
Trick is not that far away. Tampa using this time and opportunity to distract a couple of Terminus, and MJ does the work and calls it. Getting all 4 points.
Let's score 500 points.
First time up for this game. Fancy Pants von Glitter Dush for jamming for Terminus, and Callie for Tampa.
And we have Jock out as a blocker instead of jamming, which I love to watch. I love to watch our jammers block.
And our blockers jam.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always a different perspective, I guess, and a different kind of feel on how to take on beautiful offense.
Go into the box for it, but you know what? Sometimes it's worth it.
Just said, I'm going to get those points. I'm going to call it off. I'm going to be the winner of this jam.
Two minutes left on this half with a score of 77 from Tampa and 41 from Terminus.
We have Boulder, Terminus, Alpha Vixen, but unfortunately, this timeout.
Looks like we're having a sub in the box, possibly.
Using this time, they're all hugs, all vibes, great vibes. Every time Terminus plays against Tampa, it's always smiles, it's always encouragement, it's always like we're just playing friends, family.
It's always good to have those games.
Yeah.
Like you can just like smiling, happy all the way through. And like win or lose, at least you had a fun time.
Think about it. If you're watching this on Twitch, I bet you're so nice and cozy, warm. Meanwhile, in this facility, it's probably the same degrees as outside.
Hmm.
Do you think?
Oh yeah.
I have not. Oh,
Inside.
maybe I'm lying. I have not walked outside yet since I got here. So, how about during this intermission, I'll take one step out. I have to get something out of my car. I got to get my Adderall actually out of my car. Stop.
The Pixelate has an IR thermometer on it, which is a weird thing to add, but I love it.
Honestly, I didn't even know that was a thing, but I'm not sure why I'm shocked.
All right, seems we're back in action. Boulder for Terminus, Alpha Vixen for Tampa.
Oh, Pegasus from Cat for Boulder. Almost through, but
Both
stepped out.
Alpha Vixen and Nomad. The little tussle. Nomad gotten a penalty. Gotten Alpha Vixen lead, which coming up back in that pack. There's only 2 blockers for Terminus.
And Tampa did a great job of opening up that middle just for Vixen to get through without being touched. Pixie with a great hit out.
Pixie Sticks or Pixie?
Pixie stick.
Pixie Sticks
stick.
showing that she is not a stick. She is a blocking force.
Oh, and it looks like Boulder is going to the box for a cut, giving Tampa a power jam. But Terminus has gotten all their blockers out of the box, and Tampa has 2 in the box. So we'll see how that disadvantage helps them. Helps Terminus block. And let's see what Tampa does for offense to get their jammer out.
Slow. Everybody just pause for a moment. They're just trying to welcome back Boulder back on the track. Boulder kind of still trying to figure out what they can do.
Both trying to get out on the outside line.
Boulder's trying to place a lot of pressure. Meanwhile,
Pixie trying to do some O for him. Jam coming to its natural conclusion of 2 minutes. And that leads us to intermission. Looks like this next period is about to start with Boulder versus Cali.
Kelly using a little force to get upward, but Pixie is continuing trying to hold.
Callie is out with lead on that inside line with Nomad and Cat in the box for Terminus.
Oh, and so is Nomad. So we only got 2 blockers of Terminus's.
And Tampa does a great job of breaking apart when there's only 2 blockers. They're still trying to push through on their initial. Star still on their head. And Callie's around again for another point scoring pass.
Pixie's not giving up, but has to now. Boulder still getting a little.
Nomad trying to push Boulder through that pack. Callie getting recycled behind Cat and calling it off.
But Boulder does at least get out. 8 points for Tampa.
And 0 points for Tampa on that final pass. 8 points overall. Or at least in that jam, not overall in the game. Next up, we got Trick Daddy and Bison.
Alpha Vixen.
Alpha Vixen.
Alpha Vixen with little push on the inside to get through, gets lead.
Trick Daddy still pushing, trying to get out with one to beat, and out on their initial.
I love when Trick gets out because he gives a little smile of, I made it, Mom.
Looks like someone got a directional, and Tampa got 2 points on that one.
One blocker for Tampa in the box, which gives us 5 versus 4.
4.
Jock for Terminus. Eric Honda for Tampa. Terminus trying to close on Eric Honda.
Beautiful O by Fancy Pants. Getting Jock lead. Eric Honda out on that with a little push from Chuck Taylor.
Jock is using this opportunity to get all 4 points, and he does. 4 points for Terminus. Back on the jam line, Tampa. Frisky, yeah. Why do I second guess myself with these names? And then Boulder for Terminus. Friskies, toe stop, trying to maneuver, trying to give a little push on that tripod for Terminus, while Pixie's up front trying to give Boulder a little bit of opportunity.
Pixie with one to beat, Lemonade, which is a great name. And Frisky out on their initial.
Boulder's going to use this time to try to get through, which Nomad gets the offense. Boulder calls it, gets all 4, leaving Tampa with no points in that jam. I love this combination of Jammer, Trick Daddy, as tall as he is, with MJ for Tampa. Using no time, Trick is putting a lot of pressure on Tampa, but MJ uses all line from the inside outside, trying to get through.
Now lead jammer for this one. Oh, looks like we got a pass to
Super G.
Super G. Oh, and MJ out with another scoring pass. I love to watch MJ skate just because of the way they're juking, and their edge work is something I hope I can have eventually. Nice little jersey whip on the apex.
Super G now is the jammer for Terminus. No pack is called, which MJ uses the opportunity to flow through the whole pack to get all 4 points. Super G using a moment trying to slow MJ down. as the puck now is
Looks like MJ's going to do some defense against Super G.
and I'm just gonna call it. Like, yeah, I think it's about time.
Tampa able to get 13 points on that jam. The Terminus is 0.
Doc Holiday for Terminus. Callie for Tampa. Loving that work on the inside to outside. Callie now is lead for Tampa. But Jock is saying, I am going to get through.
Little pile up there, but Callie's out, using that to their advantage.
Just falling a little bit, but
Jock still trying to push through to get their initial pass, taking the star off their head. Fancy Fans out with the star as our new jammer. Callie calling it off before Fancy Fans can hit the wall.
jammer lining up for Terminus's Boulder with Tampa's Alpha Vixen. 5 versus 5, nobody in the box. Boulder uses a little bit of hip thrust to get through, and he's out as lead, but Vixen is not that far behind. It's probably, and I'm guessing, maybe, nope, it's not going to be a fast pack. Everybody gets ready to go for impact, and Boulder calls it.
Boulder scoring 2 points against Alpha Vixen 0.
Jammer's lining up Trick Daddy for Terminus, Eric Honda for Tampa, but the whistle was called. Up next whistle is going to be starting it up.
Eric Honda out on for lead jammer. While Trick Daddy's going to be recycled
Small offense. Trick is slowing down Eric Honda so his blocking line could get a little bit more control on her.
Trick Daddy almost through, but getting hit out by Lemonade. And Lemonade's got great edge work, always with the run back.
And so did Eric Honda, getting a nice slide past Super G. But now it's back on the... Unfortunately, Trick gotten a penalty, not sure what, but now it's a power jam for Tampa.
I think Trick Daddy got a cut on the inside line. And Tampa is taking a go in the back.
So right now, Tampa has one of Terminus's blockers, given now that they are the pack. So, but Trick is out. And a successful pass to Agony. Americana calling it out, calling it off, scoring 15 points, 0 for Terminus. See, these little jams where it becomes 8 points, plus 10 points, plus 12 points, that's up. It kind of opens the gap a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So each jam, it needs to be just as effective as the last. Shock up, going
beautiful
against,
hit by Twink. But for that hit, Twink is going to go to the box. While Jock is still trying to get out on their initial. Jock! Beautiful hit out. And Frisky out on that, out for another 4 points.
Jock is having a little bit difficulties getting through. While
with a star pass from Blitz.
Was unsure if they were still in, but they were. Blitz has the helmet cover, but Tampa called it off. So one of Terminus's blockers in the box, so it's going to be 5 versus 4. I always add in jammers in those numbers because the jammer can also be a blocker and a blocker could also, well, actually not also, but it's just a pivot. Boulder versus MJ. MJ with the beautiful line work is lead. Boulder not too far from the front of the pack, but of course Tampa followed upwards to catch him back. MJ uses a little bit of juke just to get through the Terminus blocking line and is out with more scoring points.
Oh, and it looks like Terminus' pivot just went to the box, but Boulder is out on an initial and does not need it.
MJ is using this opportunity. Do a little curve. Call it off. Gaining another 8 points to Tampa's score. Timeout is called by Terminus at the moment. Score is Tampa 150, Terminus 51, 99-point difference. If you weren't here yesterday, I was doing some crazy math in my head. It was horrible. I was trying to prove a point that I could do math in my head, and it was wrong. So I'm only going to call out the ones that I can do. Maybe that's why I was a communication major.
Exactly. I elected to take an AP math just because I didn't want to take it in college. Thank goodness I passed. Got the credit. We're almost halfway through this half, and it looks like that our timeout is over.
Almost halfway. Still have time. Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
A leaching could happen. Maybe.
It could.
Could.
It could. You know,
It could.
anything's possible.
Anything. All
Especially
right.
because we might be seeing some foul outs later, depending on how many penalties.
Don't put that in the air. Positive vibes. Nobody's going to fall out.
Right.
Foul out. Callie's out for Tampa. Lead. Trick is trying to give a little push. Gets through. And that smile is still there. Look, Mom, I made it.
Callie getting 3 points on that jam. Next up, we got Jock versus Alpha Vixen.
Tampa trying to roll back on Jock, but up. And I love how a little
Jammer
to jammer love tap. Hello, I'm here right behind you.
Vixen trying to do an apex jump.
Vixen tried. It was an effort. Try to get past Tush, but once Truce is on the inside, he's not letting you.
I know personally from playing Terminus, they're a hard team. I had to jam a couple of times, and it was hard.
Yeah.
Oh, and looks like we have a new jammer for Terminus, Pixie Stick. I know Pixie Stick jams for YJRD. Oh, almost out with lead. Ooh. But
Pixie pulled herself out just because she knew for a moment. Didn't see Honey Badger and got a little trigger happy, and now it's gotten a cut track of where she pulled. So Tampa has an offer. No, Eric Honda does have lead already.
still trying to get out though on that first pass.
Exactly.
Because they just keep getting recycled by Terminus.
With Captain Nomad out there, I know there's communication. They only got a little bit of people. And Eric Honda finally gets out. Now it's time to get those points just as Pixie comes back in. Pixie's trying to figure out, trying to get the flow of what she needs to do to get through.
Mm-hmm. Looks like we have a clear penalty box, so both packs are skating with 5 and 5.
All right, Tampa has Frisky versus Trick Daddy for Terminus. Trick is up in the pack. Does get lead, but it's still in the pack. Trying to figure it out. Trying to push through. Using...
But in the box, so this is going to be a 2-minute jam because...
Unfortunately, yeah, Trick loses that lead, and it's now just 2 minutes.
Tampa having a beautiful inside sweep on that. And Doctor Who's Your Mom is also going to the box. And getting 2.
So she's got this second one because the way she positioned herself getting off of the track to get to the penalty box. All right. Chrissy's gotten through. And for points. But Trick is back out. Agony took the helmet cover, hustles up, gets a successful pass, and then another pass. Let me tell you, getting hit with this blocking lines from both sides, yeah, the Jammers are like, yeah, I need a break. Here you go, pivot.
Oh, beautiful dip by 07 on Tampa. I love seeing our pivots jam because it just
Agony
shows
uses
why
this
they are pivots.
opportunity, takes a moment just to adjust themselves.
Jam called off. Tampa getting 12 points on that.
See, I love when you get the opportunity for the pivots to be like, yeah, I know you're wearing your own helmet cover. You need to do the work too, so here you go. Sometimes I forget when I have the stripe and the Jammer is looking at me and I'm like this. I'm like, oh yeah, I am an option. Why did I wear it? Timeout was called.
Looks like that official timeout is over and the jam is going to be back on soon. Something about Jock is sometimes when I'm playing him, I lose him because he starts so far back.
Up, but
it's okay. No one saw that Jock.
no, literally, I didn't. I just heard it. I didn't see it. Timeout was called, I guess, by Terminus? Yes. All right, timeout is done. Jammer's at the line. MJ drop for Tampa. Jock for Terminus. Oh, third time's the charm. Third time's the charm. We're gonna be done. It's okay.
I know, sometimes I be getting antsy when they do this. And I accidentally hit the wall thinking that the jam started, and I just look like an idiot because it did not start. Oh, it looks like Tampa might be planning something.
So just a reminder, we have 3 other games right after this.
It looks like it's going to be a power start because the Tampa block jammer is going to the box.
So that means Jock has 30 seconds.
Let's see how Tampa is going to be able to defend against Terminus's offense. Jock still trying to push through.
Still trying to figure out.
Trying to find the gaps, but this is a fast pack.
Well, it's also Tampa has a beautiful way of waterfalling upwards. If one gets past, they aren't you see. But unfortunately,
Jock is going to the box.
Now, even though Tampa, yes. So even though Tampa started the jam inside the box, they still had a potential to get lead jammer, which they did.
And 7-0. Oh, beautiful right there. I don't know how you say inbounds with that. So much respect for skaters who can do that. And also, '07 is very, very fast.
JoJo pulls back the jammer to slow down.
And Jock is back in with a start off their head.
I know the jammer was the pivot from the previous jam. I'm trying to. Oh, zero. The name that I had so. I'm going to go and ask her name later.
That's why I've been calling her 07.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess it up.
I'm going to go up to her and tell her, how do you say her name? She probably does that.
Probably gets it all the time.
Yeah. It's like here. All right. Boulder versus MJ drop.
Oh.
There's this beautiful, it feels like a C cut or a D cut, like a flow. It's definitely edge work that MJ does.
It's like one of those hockey stops and then a hop.
Yeah. That's something that I'm working on this year right now, is how can I get a little speed and use those little cuts to get through or get past or something like that.
Oh, and we got a new jammer, Twink.
I love when jammers are excited, like, yes, I'm going against you, my friend. So we got Twink for the first time on the jam line against Cali, Tampa.
Oh, Cali getting out on the inside line, following their own blocker out.
Uses a little whip.
Twink stuck behind Chuck and Honey Badger.
Maybe if I, yeah!
On that outside line with beautiful toe stop work.
Look, I was gonna start singing some Blink 182 songs. I did it the last game Twink was in. It's like, where are you? And I'm so sorry. You guys sing it like that. With that little swag. Yeah, no, seriously. We're doing songs? Yes.
This time up, we got Jock, Holiday, and Alpha Vixen.
Jock in front of that pack, trying to.
And one of the Tampa blockers going to the box. Jock hit down and being recycled by
Let me tell you,
Eight.
this Lord. Oh.
Also going to the box. So Josh got 2 to beat, but their hard blockers don't count any of the Tampa wall out.
Oh, this might be a Terminus opportunity.
Because Tampa also has one on cue for one of their blockers. Jock out again, scoring. Alpha Vixen still trying to get through Terminus's 3 wall. And now Tampa only has one blocker out. You know, personally, this is my jamming dream when I only have to get through one.
Whoa.
Never count that one blocker out, because sometimes that's all you need is one blocker. Oh, and now that blocker's also in the box.
So there's going to be a traveling wheel of just people going to the penalty box, in and out, in and out.
Oh, Nate with a beautiful hit right there.
Gave a little bit of love tap, and Jock's like, sends him on the ground. I think I'm going to call it. I got to preserve my energy for 4.5 more minutes left in this game.
Looks Terminus is going to be starting down with 2 in the box and Tampa with 1.
That last jam was great. That's what Terminus needed, those 12 points versus Tampa 0.
Oh, looks like Boulder's going to be doing some defensive moves.
Eric.
Is 07 name is pronounced like Lipinski?
Beautiful two wall by Terminus.
And
But
Boulder is out as lead jammer.
Eric Honda still trying to get out on their initial.
Tampa setting up for Boulder's interest again.
Oh, Eric Honda out on a cut, heading to the box.
So Boulder has a little bit, 30 seconds now of the power jam. He signals his blocking line of what they want, what he wants. Let's see if it's successful. But I think Tampa's going to react to their offense.
Boulder calling it off, icing the jammer for Tampa in the box with around 9 seconds left.
Nope, she's holding four more seconds in that box. So that means Trick Daddy has like 4 seconds.
Two minutes left in this game. And right after, we're going to have our Beekeepers versus the Wreckers. Wrecking balls.
Well, it's their B team, and I think they're coming up with a name for it. I think I saw it yesterday.
Oh, Eric Honda sneaking on that outside line, getting hit out at the last minute.
Trick Daddy is lead. But unfortunately, Eric Honda has gotten another track cut penalties, so she is back in the box. That means Terminus, you have 30 more seconds with this power jam. Trick
out.
Go ahead. No, that's one thing I need to learn. I want an announcer school. Like there should be a digital one.
I would honestly benefit from
I would
that.
study. I'm a nerd like that.
This is my first time announcing, so I was a little nervous.
You're
but
doing great.
Thank you. Trick Daddy out with another 4, calling it off when the Black Jammer getting out, just out of the box.
So Tampa will have their jammer starting in this jam.
And it looks like the entire box is clear, so both teams starting out with 5.
Start out fresh. I love how Jug Taylor just told Tush love taps. Jock goes through his line.
Frisky is out on the inside line.
Frisky is like, I'm going to take that opportunity, kind of sneaky into it, and gets through his lead jammer. Jock is going to slow up, did a little love tap. Jock thought they were getting a penalty, but that penalty was for Honey Badger, which gives him the opportunity to try to get through. Still trying to figure out.
Oh, and it looks like our period clock is over. This game has finished. Unofficial score 188-83.
All skaters and everyone else needs, the track. Cannot come up to the track until the unofficial score is official. So give our volunteers, our officials, all of them a moment before we can rejoice.
And that's our final whistle. So it is now an official score of 188-83. Tampa with taking the win.
I think both teams, it was great. Everybody had a lot of blocking. I love how I start a sentence and then just stress when I'm like trying to look for other things. Both, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Previously, Terminus has played Tampa, and we've had a larger spread. So, given the time to improve, everyone has placed themselves on that track. A lot of defense work, a lot of offense work. Tampa, of course, has a great knowledge on jamming in offense to get them through. It doesn't have to be so big and visually. It could be the smallest things in tracks. I enjoyed it. I also enjoyed the personalities and the camaraderie both teams given each other.
That's agreed. Great
What?
game to watch.
It was. I feel like this kind of weekend we're going to have some close games. Everyone's going to have their own kind of play, and it's just figuring it out. What I also liked with that last game that we just watched, Tampa wasn't doing huge like spreads. It was just very strategic, like let's preserve our energy, let's use this time to do here, let's